Genevieve Jacobs from Region Media here on the lawns of Parliament House, where there's a small but passionate and energetic number of people behind us protesting with their concerns over press freedom. I've got with me one of the speakers, Jack Waterford, former editor-at-large of the Canberra Times and someone who's been campaigning on these things for a very long time. Jack, why does this matter to ordinary Canberrans?
It matters on a number of counts. It's part of a trend of an increasingly authoritarian and un-Australian Australia. It's part of a trend in which government is saying we should not be held to account in the proper way. It's part of a trend in which people are being accused of breaching national security and being put on secret trials where the public has no means of knowing what's going on. It's a worry. It's a movement to a more authoritarian state that we all should resist.
And among the speakers today, we're about to hear from Bernard Collaery, himself formerly the ACT's Attorney-General. We've of course had the police raids that took place right here in Canberra on journalist Anna Kosmeta's own home. So it's actually awfully close to home now in a way that it perhaps hasn't been in the past for ordinary everyday Canberrans.
I think that's true, but it's also showing itself in a whole host of other ways in which there's sort of an increasingly arrogant government. The argument about Bernard Collaery is not that far removed from the argument about the powers of the Tax Commissioner and whistleblowers, or about people who complain about robo-debt and find that all their personal details are put out by the Minister in the media. This is a government which has become overpowerful and under-accountable.
So, Jack, just finally, as a journalist yourself of long standing, what are your deepest concerns about where this all could go? Because there doesn't seem to be a lot of willingness from the federal government to change their minds on much of this.
Well, I'm always hesitant to use the words like fascist state or anything like that. It's a trend, however. Australia used to fancy themselves as a fairly laid-back society. We fancied ourselves as deeply cynical about government and the purposes of our politicians, and these were healthy trends. Now we're being invited more or less to take these people's word as sacred writ and to accept that really Michael Pezzullo knows all and knows best for us. Well, I never thought that he did, but I think that the average Australian should think very carefully before they vest him with those sorts of powers.
Well, indeed, and if you'd like to get involved in the great big Canberra conversation and some of the energetic and enthusiastic people behind us, other things that are making news on the website, we're talking about police in Lycra enforcing the rules. They're out there in plain clothes. You talk about your surveillance. Yes. The demolition of Gus's is forecast with the geocon developments that are taking place in Garema Place, that much-loved icon of Canberra. The Curtin Shops redevelopment is finally set to start after years and years and years of argument over those things, and we're also finding out where the next plans for light rail are. Belconnen, Tuggeranong and the airport. All of that discussion is taking place on the Riot Act, where it's all about Canberra people and Canberra stories. So go onto the website, sign up for our weekly newsletter, which drops into your inbox every Thursday. Get involved in the very vigorous Canberra conversation we are having there. Jack, good luck with the speech. Thank you.
All right.
Genevieve Jacobs, Region Media.